I've not talked about Chainsaw Man on this channel yet, but I eventually want to dive into the first season, which was a series I thought was just very awesome. But at the same time, I felt so unwhole, and I just wanted to dive back into the universe. I didn't think we would be getting a season 2 anytime soon, but whenever I heard there was a movie coming out, I was so excited, and after so much time, I was finally able to watch it. Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze arc. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to give a basic summary of the main plot line of this movie because it is an hour, 39 minutes, and 59 seconds. That's a lot to talk about. So keeping it mainframe kind of helps things. And then along the ways, as well as the ending especially, I'm going to give you my thoughts as well as my rating. What's very noticeable in the beginning of this movie is Denji is very dead inside. He's not as upbeat as his usual self. You can tell something is off. But what we get to see is Miss Mackie and him go out on a date upon an agreement. This is where they see a multitude of movies, and eventually one of them sticks through. Right after this really great movie that made both of them cry, this is where Denji learns that he has a heart, giving him a new surge of happiness. It's almost like Denji has a new meaning in his life. He's going out, enjoying. Suddenly it begins to rain. He goes into a phone booth, and as he's there all alone, randomly a girl comes in and runs in. This is where he quickly begins to sort of fall for her. At the same time, Denji is confused. After all, he's very much in love with Miss Macmia, and he's already promised all of his feelings into her. Quickly going into more detail about her, her name is Rez, and she works at a local cafe that Denji finds himself going to very frequently just to see her. Randomly during one of those visits, Denji is actually invited by Rez to join her to sneak into a school at night. To be quite honest, things inside this school move very fast. It all starts with Denji playfully getting taught inside one of the classrooms by Rez. Please don't get mad at me if these events are out of place, but Denji actually gets invited by Rez to go to the festival with her. Not only that, but they also decide to go for a swim, which Denji doesn't know how to. This is where Rez offers to teach him. And it's supposed to be this very hot, sexy scene, but I wanted to say this. It's very censored, and it doesn't matter to me. Like, that's not something I'm watching this for. But I gotta speak for the people out there. What you doing? Make an uncensored version? That way there's something there for everyone. Now, while they're at this school, there's some interesting things going on. One of them I don't know if I should mention, but I think it's worth it because it kind of keeps us on guard. So there is a villain that is working with the devil Typhoon. In order to get some of the powers, he's going to try and get Denji's heart. And this comes back to Rez, who wants to go to the bathroom. She goes to do so, where she gets stalked by this villain that wants to get to Denji. So he tries taking Rez hostage, and it's like this thing where she ends up taking him out, and they're like, okay. And after doing so, she knew that Typhoon was there. And this is where we get this whole thing where she is called Lady Rez. And that kind of gets us going, wait, what? But there is another thing. There is a spider actually wrapping up its prey. And that is like a foreshadow in a lot of ways. But going on, the pair are now at this festival, and they're preparing themselves for fireworks. Randomly, though, this is when Rez asks Denji if he would run away with her. Denji really doesn't show any interest of doing so. Everything's going pretty good for him at the moment. Rez does seem to understand, but randomly again, she says something else straight out of pocket. There's someone else you like, right? And then she immediately kisses Denji. Fireworks go off, and as we get a closer look, he's bleeding. I do very much apologize for not being able to explain everything, go through everything that has happened in the movie. But one of those things that actually happens is Beam is very interested in working with Chainsaw Man because Beam is essentially like a fanboy, like Bartomello is a big fan of Luffy. Luckily, while Rez is trying to kill Denji, coming to the rescue was Beam, who was watching this whole time, and he smelt something that was wrong. It turns out She is actually the Bomb Devil, someone that works with the Gun Devil. Simply, the Bomb Devil is after Denji's heart. From here on, I want you to watch it for yourself. Loads of action, some awesome things, and even a bigger twist for the ending. Go and check it out. It's a AAA movie that's still itself. If I had to rate it, I'm going to say it's a 9.5. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze Arc. Hope you guys stay safe. Until next time, peace out, guys.